Fire him up! Alright, so we're test driving the VW Golf now. The version that we're in right now is a 2-litre diesel. And first thing I noticed that when I'm driving the car, it's very well set out. I feel very comfortable in here. The dashboard layout is very easy to understand. You've got your rev counter on the left hand side, you've got your miles per hour on the left and the right hand side, you've got your fuel gauge, you've got your temperature gauge. It's all very easy and you don't have to think about it at all. You've got your sort of radio system here, which is an excellent touchscreen system. We'll look at that in greater detail. Plenty of leg room, and I've still got room to go further back as well. Passenger side also very comfortable and also has a lot of leg room. So the engines for this car, you've got a 1.2, a 1.4, a 1.6, you've got a 2.5, you've also got a GTI, you've got a GTI 35, and you've also got the R as well, which swaps out 270 brake horsepower, which is pretty impressive for a hot hatch. And for the diesel, you've got a 1.6, you've got a 2-litre, and then you've got the GTD, which is, I guess, the diesel version of the GTI. Slightly less on power, it's 170 brake horsepower, but it's still by no means a slouch. The one we're in right now is the 2-litre diesel, and let me tell you, this car shifts. It doesn't want for anything. You know, it pulls through every single gear, and I would say the only criticism that I have of the gearbox is possibly that it could probably do with a 6th gear. When you're driving on the motorways, it just seems to me that we could give it an extra gear, and it would be a little bit more comfortable sitting in that 6th gear. So that's the only drawback I would say with the gearbox. But it certainly doesn't put me off driving the car. It's still a very comfortable and smooth car to drive. It's extremely refined. When you're going over bumps or uneven road, the ride is still very comfortable. You don't feel like you're shaking around or anything like that. You always feel like you're in control. The steering wheel doesn't seem to skip on the road or anything. It remains firm, calm on the road. But as much as I like this car, I do have one small criticism other than the gearbox, and it is that when I'm sort of driving along, here I am in 2nd gear, now in 3rd gear, and eventually when I stick it into 4th gear and 5th, it'll be the same as well. You can generally, what you do is you kind of rest your foot on the clutch pedal, and it does seem to be vibrating quite a lot. You can feel it through your left foot when you've got your left foot actually resting on that clutch pedal. Now I know that is common with diesels, but this Golf here seems to be that the vibration is a little bit more pronounced, and you can feel it a bit more. I've driven lots of diesels, and none of them seem to be as sort of vibrating as this one. Is vibrating a word? I don't even. There we go. Other than that, I think it's an absolutely smashing car. Very comfortable to drive. I would gladly put the kids in here, do the shopping in it, take it on a long journey. I would drive it around Europe, no problem at all. It's a smashing little car, and no wonder a lot of people like it. I was looking on Wikipedia just before I started driving this car, and the amount of awards it's won, it's actually won about 15 awards. from sort of 2009 to 2012, and you've got all your sort of car of the year for different countries. You've got safety awards. So it's not just me that likes it. It seems the population like it, and it seems the auto writers, they also like it. That doesn't surprise me. Right, so we're going to go through the interior now. Steering wheel, obviously it's quite thick steering wheel, excellent to keep hold of, very comfortable. Doesn't feel flimsy, doesn't feel like you can bend it, which you can on a lot of cheaper cars. So you've got the VW horn here. This is the multi-function options on the steering wheel, which will operate options that you get on here, and also the touchscreen multimedia system. So we'll just switch the engine on. Warning lights there. And you've got to depress the clutch, start the engine. Take off the handbrake, and obviously the only warning light we're still left with is the seat belt, but seeing as we're not driving anywhere right now, it doesn't really matter. So we've recently been driving this one, so it's up to temperature quite quickly. You've got your rev counter, you've got your miles per hour, you've got your petrol and your temperature. It does have the Bluetooth option, so you can connect your phone up to this. You can go through different menus using the multi-function steering wheel. On the left hand side here, you've got your lights. You put them on auto, which is very handy. You don't even need to think about your lights, it just automatically puts them on when they need to be on. Obviously you've got your window controls, your window locks for child, your wing mirror controls, and your door locks as well. Nice comfortable armrest. And obviously you've got the same on that side. You've got your window footwells, nicely spaced out. In the glove box there, you've got your navigation CD, which brings us on to the center console and the multimedia system. Now, first of all, you've got your two vents for your aircon and your heat, and we'll come down to the multimedia system, and then you can go through different options. You can go through your map, navigation systems, tells you exactly where you are. You go back to the radio, you can navigate to a specific point, traffic updates, and obviously setup. Let's go through all of your options and settings. Tone, you go through your volume settings or your music settings, and connect your phone. The media, you can select CDs, SD cards, hard disk drive, things like that. You go to the radio, although we've got it turned off now. See, we've got smooth here. Press R2, it's radio 2. Real, so it's a very easy to use touchscreen, and obviously it has got an individual CD slot here. Moving down, you've got your, oh, this is there, an SD card slot as well, sorry, missed that off. Moving down, you've got your air conditioning and heating controls. The intensity, that's the area you want it to come out of, and this is the temperature. You've got your ESP or traction control, you can switch that off. Your parking sensors. You can switch that on or off. Do that. Gives you a little screen, and then it gives you sort of like bars telling you when you're close to something, which is pretty good. Gear stick, got a 5-speed, handbrake, got a cubby hole, phone charging, and that is the interior pretty much covered. Oh, of course, we've got a little cubby hole up there, settings for lights and the speakers and microphones for your wireless phone device. As you can see, this is a manual car, so we have accelerator, brake and a clutch pedal, and there's another control as well. So I hope that's covered the interior for this Mark IV Golf. We'll test drive it and also take a look at the outside of it as well.